You know what I love? Retro game art. Every game from my childhood tells a different story. Each cover brings me back to a different memory. So then why do we hide these memories in a drawer, or only display their spines on a shelf? With Syncoplay retro game stands, you can display your favorite classic games like the art pieces that they are. The tiered design makes it easy to add or remove your games, so they're easy to display and easy to play. Syncoplay Retro Gaming has been selling homemade stands on Etsy for over 2 years, but the demand is starting to outgrow what a few 3D printers can do. That's where Kickstarter comes in. With your help, I can switch it to an injection molded manufacturing process that will allow me to create retro game stands faster and easier, and expand into local and online retro gaming shops. In return, I'm giving you a killer deal on some stands for your own game room. A lower price than you'll find on Etsy or the retail MSRP.
I love video games. I have my whole life. This room represents 30 years of passion, and I just wanted a way to display my collection to the world. Whether you have a huge collection like mine, or just a few childhood favorites you want to put on a shelf. Take a look at my Kickstarter. I can help you display your games.
While the core of the campaign is focused on displaying Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, and their Japanese equivalents, I have a wide range of stretch goals in the works as well. If this campaign does well enough, we can manufacture the entire line. Game display stands for Game Boy, Game Gear, PlayStation, Sega Saturn, even modern consoles like the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch. Are you a complete in-box collector? There are display solutions for that as well. Check the stretch goals section to see what we have currently unlocked. And after the campaign is over, your pledge can be used in the Backer Kit shop to pick out which stands and which colors you would like from any designs that have been unlocked.
Thank you for checking out my Kickstarter. I appreciate your support. And if you have any friends who are game collectors or anybody who might be interested in this campaign, I'd really appreciate if you shared it with them. And don't forget to hold reset as you turn power off.
Yeah? Anything else?
Are you tired of having to rifle through all your Famicom games one by one, searching for the single game you've been wanting to play? Ouch! Trying to find ways to store your growing game collection can keep you awake at night. In fact, every aspect of life is a painful, difficult, and downright frustrating descent into madness for today's classic video game collector. What a mess!
There's got to be a better way!
Well, now there is. Okay, that's enough tragic infomercial montage. I think you get my point. Displaying and storing my old games, especially Famicom, Super Famicom, and Nintendo 64 cartridges, has been a problem I've been trying to solve for years. I've even drawn up plans for various kinds of shelves that I thought might do the trick, but I never got around to actually trying to build them. But forget all that. I've finally found the perfect solution. I discovered a shop on Etsy, Syncoplay Retro Gaming, that sells these nifty custom-made cartridge stands. They work for all the major consoles and have an ingenious universal design. They work by slotting a cartridge's pin connector into a snug central clip. Each stand holds 6 cartridges, or if you'd rather, you can display 3 games on every other clip, which lets you show off the entire label. They're also a great way to display a Famicom card along with the NES release of the same game. I love this feature as I collect these pairs quite a bit. I personally bought 18 stands to display most of my Famicom and Super Famicom collection with. It took me less than half an hour to transform my gaming room. I'm so glad to have a better solution than drawers and cassette tape cases for storage now. I also love the way the stands are designed to be as invisible as possible. You can use these to display basically any cartridge from any system, but they really shine when displaying Super Famicom and Famicom cards. N64 games also work very well, as game titles are usually printed on the upper portion of the cart labels. Syncoplay also sells stands for handheld games. These are also pretty much universal, holding Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Gear, and even Atari Lynx cards. Individual display stands are also available in both handheld and console varieties. These are small but really well balanced, so your games won't easily tip over. Even heavier carts like SNES and NES games stand up really well. So there you have it. This isn't a paid endorsement for Syncoplay Retro Gaming. I really just bought these because they were a dream come true to me.